Hello there, Pastafarians. It's me, Christopher Mitch. What do you think of that 8 minutes of fucking melancholy, right? No one fucking nails that shit like fucking 80s Vangelis. Fucking professional, that guy. Anything you find that he recorded during that time, just him shitting around on keyboards, it was just like, his fingers were gold.
Just creating sunshine out of there.
Yeah, dude. Well, in this case, though, fucking raindrops, rainy saxophone drops.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking love that guy. So good at it. Blade Runner, that was. Hopefully you guys fucking Shazam it. If you're listening to it live, you fucking come in and you Shazam it and you be like, oh, fuck, 8 minutes? Jesus Christ, Mitch. Alright, let me go take a shower. Yeah, do take a shower, though, in this time of Corona.
Yeah.
You know, there were these sci-fi books that they had me read in middle school. Well... Hello, welcome to the radio show, everyone. It's me, Schizophrenic Mitch. Here we have Jo LaRoe. She's my co-host today. We're streaming from... I'm Skits Mitch, if I haven't said. We're streaming from Safe Word Studios.
That's right.
In the Denver sort of metropolitan area. We are going check out our Patreon. We have cool things to give you over there. What else do I gotta do? Twitter, we got a debate coming up. Check out our live debate on Saturday. Check out our Twitter. Check out my Instagram. Maybe there might be photos of my dog there eventually. So if you're listening to it in the future, I don't know what to promise you. I know I'm lying to you if I promise it now. No, I don't know that. I'm fucking 70% sure I'm lying to you if I promise dog photos now. But if you're listening in a week, I have no idea. Maybe. I don't know. You don't know. So go check. Schrodinger's cat. Hold on, I gotta write this down. Schrodinger's cat. Yeah, can you talk to him while I write this down? Hold on. I can't talk and write.
This is where an atheist and Pastafarian get together and shoot the shit. Is that the right? I get my phrases all twisted.
Shoot the shit.
I mix them up.
Like shooting shit in a barrel. That's what we're doing here. So, what we're doing here today, though... Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's Radio Show. That's what we're doing. And this is lockdown episodes because of Corona. Yeah. And so we were doing real life stuff, and Joe had like a real life job and was working really, really hard. And then Corona shut the whole world down. And maybe we don't have to pay the rent for 2 months. I don't know. It seems like people like me who are doing religious stuff, we're going to get nothing. Because they might be bailing out the businesses, and that would be one thing, and they might be bailing out the families, and that would be another thing.
If they're already employed.
And they might be bailing out the workers. You know, they might define it a lot of ways, but nobody's going to be like, we're bailing out churches first. So, I've been trying to set up this cult for a while now, and no one's going to be like, let's make sure you're comfortable during this. So, you know, I don't know, I've got my eyes out, but we'll see if anyone thinks about the cult leaders in this time. We're the most persecuted. Because that's the point. When you have a system that's capitalist when you're winning and socialist when you're losing, you sort of like twice picking one group, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So, alright, anyway, I'm twice picked against, is what I'm saying. Because I was trying to get my taxes done early, you know, to do some stuff, and then so, like, now taxes is a different thing. You know, if you waited, then just keep waiting, right? I got my taxes done early, and then the fucking, my student loan took it all. So, like, they can't do that next week.
Right.
So, fuck, man, if I had waited... You know, and that's the part about reality that makes me feel the craziest. Is like, when I'm trying to do it right, I'm totally fucked. And when I'm just sort of doing it lazy, the fucking tide carries me. And that's the way they want me, right?
Yeah, yes.
When I'm like thinking for myself and making my decisions.
Cookie cutter shape, and in the middle of the stream of everybody else doing the same thing. I'm going to turn this heater off.
Oh, thank you. Because it is snowing today.
Yes.
Oh, shit! I haven't even said this yet. Hey, happy Equinox, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Today, it's on the 19th. That's strange.
Yes.
I usually picture a 20th or the 21st in my head.
Yeah, most of the quarters, pardon us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Top of the hour, man.
I would keep talking to you, but,
I'm going to answer it.
good idea. Well, I can't go over that, but... because I want to talk to Jo about it. She's got to go do all this homework. So, let's see. What can we talk about? We can talk about Schrodinger's cat here, because, Jo likes to listen to this later, I think. No, that's not true. I do, though. So, I'll tell myself, future me, to remind Jo about this. That, So, anyway, no, I'll tell you what we're doing for the show, because I'm getting ready for this debate with this guy. And I don't know who he is. I still haven't found him, so I'm like really worried about that. I keep searching for him. I'm looking for all the stuff they're posting, and I can't find this guy anywhere. So if you know who he is, I think his name is John or something. Please do fucking DM me or something. Don't dox him anywhere. Especially on Reddit, because I was over on Reddit posting about that debate there. So some of the new people here are from Reddit. And thank you very much, Reddit friends, and especially the ones that went down there and are going to be down there again. Maybe we'll be fucking posting to you on Reddit today, I think. But what we're doing is, so I think I know how to do it, right? He was listening yesterday when we figured out their, 2 days ago I figured it out when I was doing all the research. I think that's the snow. Because there's also wind. It's windy snow. So 2 days ago, I was doing the research. And I was like, so embarrassed and worried. Oh, by the way, I've turned up the microphone. So that I'm using, the Blue Yeti, the one from Best Buy. It's been there for ever now. But that's what we got here, which is like, the toy microphone, but I like to, make toys work well. So it's fun when they do. And this is fine, but I've got the gain pointed straight up. A little Freudian there, eh? Got the gay pointed straight up. That's funny. Anyway, so we're taking notes. We're making notes today about fucking debates that we're going to debate them. Because it's really the game is 1 minute sermonettes. So, happily, I'm practicing sermonettes. So we went back to the book, eh? Hold on a minute. So, like this, it says 1,000k subscribers. So that's the thing I'm going to talk about, because that takes about a minute. So, that's good. Also, Equinox, because that's going to take a minute. Though I'm going to take a long time here. I'm going to take a minute there. Also, St. Judas. That's a good one. Here's one that says a scientific method. That's a good thing I can preach about. Infantilization, right here it says. So, I'll go over some of these notes here. These are my notes coming up. And then Joe's got the book that that I used to preach here early on. My very first preaching notes were written down in this book. You might have seen it in the videos of preaching. I don't use it too much anymore, both because it's very, very valuable now, and second because I like to use new notes, so it's hard to add new notes to it.
New notes is a funny word.
So. Oh, Joe's back. She
Hi.
wants us to know she's back. How did you setting up all these debates? Is it John? Did you find out who John is yet?
No, I did not.
No, we still can't find him out. So I've been explaining what we're doing today with the notes.
Oh, fun.
And the mini sermonettes that we're trying to get ready for. And that you've been going through the book to check it out. So anyway, Equinox.
Equinox.
So you're like, what the fuck is Equinox? And the phone rang, is that right?
That's right. We were talking about how it's weird it's on the 19th.
It's on the 19th, yeah. So, the quarters, right, which is the solstice and the equinox, a lot of times those are on the 21st, but that's not the March one. Those other ones are usually on the 21st. I think the March one is usually on the 20th.
I see.
But just like sometimes there's leap years.
Correct, and there was this year.
There was, and so this is the time when March is on the 19th, when the solstice.
Okay.
I guess.
Well,
that's how I understand
happy
it.
Solstice.
Happy solstice. Yeah, very happy solstice. This is generally, like I was saying yesterday, this is when I would vote for captainship. And so right now, I think my family has no captain. I think we're in total freefall. It's total anarchy. Martial law, as it were. No one can tell anyone what to do. Nobody's going to bed. This corona thing is going to be over never. This is practically summer vacation. So
our governor said April 13th for schools.
The governor of Colorado?
No, yeah, schools are out until
April 17th. Oh yeah, just in time for 420. That's great.
Yeah.
But all of next month, By the way, it's April of the 20th. If it's 420 all next month.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's so fun.
So a lot of people are like, oh man, this year's getting worse and worse and worse. And like, well, you think...
It's just like everything. There's goods and bads, goofs.
I know. And
I'm excited for the 420 month.
yeah, it's going to be great. If you thought that these months were bad, you're going to be impressed with how good that one is, you know, because that's the way that sort of your storyteller works.
Oh, yes. If there's an extreme bad, there's of course extreme.
People love to think about them in pairs, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, karma or rewards or something like that. Yeah, The Secret, I think, is that. It's bizarre.
You're shuffling your notes right there.
Well, I've got to get them ready. I've got to go over them. Witches. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. Without the Bible, what you've got left over? Mm-hmm. Without it, that's sort of like a question to ask him. If God were dead, would you want to know? That's a good one.
Nice.
Also, Denver. I'm going to give some shout outs to my city because that's what all the good fucking string preachers do.
Of course, it's shout outs.
Josephine, what is this right here?
This is a lovely joint.
Excellent. After we smoke this joint, we're going to take the fucking the filter we use, and we're going to fucking put it on the fold out for the thing. So do check that out when you're sending the self-addressed stamped envelope to the PO box below.
I was thinking as I was making this joint, the most fun part is according, folding up the little card.
Yeah.
For the filter part.
Yeah.
Just the careful, slow time of it. And the most frustrating time is the rolling it tight with the paper. Getting all tucked in correct.
Who tucked in, the weed or the filter?
The weed and the paper. Like, you want your edges rolled in.
You want your edges rolled.
A joint roller.
Oh, I got you. Some of us joint rollers, I think you'll find. I hate edges rolled. Just because I'm a contrarian, though. I like to fucking hate things people like.
I'm excited to hear your reasons.
Oh, no. Are you fucking kidding me? I cannot roll a joint. Are you kidding me? I've attempted it like 5 times in my life, and they were disasters.
Oh my goodness. Well, the first 100 of mine were disasters. You have to get over that hump.
I have to get over it, or I just have to
Every
fucking
person.
avail myself on people who are very good and kind.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I definitely can do that. I do that a lot more than I do the other one, let me tell you. No, there are a lot of good joint makers in the world, and they are very wonderful people. It definitely is an art, and I appreciate their service. In the same way that not okay, and now I will be talking about you, like, specifically, but, like, a person can cook a thing or two. Generally not 0. Like, if they're old enough, right, they can fucking cook a thing or two.
Right.
So, like, yeah, if you can cook a lot of things, that's rad. I like to avail myself on all of that. If you can fucking roll a joint, wow, that's amazing. I'll smoke it. In fact, I'm going to smoke it right now.
Yay!
If you can make sandwiches, I don't want a fucking sandwich that you just made. People be like, you want me to fry your eggs? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, you're so good at it. So what? Do you want a pancake or not? And it's like, are you making it? And it's like, yeah, me. And it's like, fuck yeah, I want your pancakes. Shit, yeah, I do. Are you kidding me? You're so good at it.
Sounds like an innuendo now. Yeah, I want your pancakes.
No, I'm hungry, I'm telling you. Did you get any pancakes when we were hoarding?
No.
I got toilet paper, I forgot the pancakes. So stupid. Why didn't they tell me hoard the pancakes? Bastards. Now I gotta fucking trade this toilet paper for pancakes. That is not a good fucking going rate. It's 1,000 fucking ply for a box of pancakes. It's a lot of plies.
I saw the ribbon for Corona. That was clever.
Being a toilet paper ribbon.
Yeah,
fuck you memes with your clever jokes that make me laugh and chortle within myself.
Yeah, and the toilet paper stuck in toothpicks in water like an avocado seed to grow more toilet paper.
I didn't see that one. Yeah, that's funny though. That is funny.
Toilet paper roll.
Oh, I see. I didn't discern that as the joke they were making at the time. I was just sort of scrolling by. But that is a joint. A joint. Speaking of joints, ladies and gentlemen, why don't I see you in like 3.5 minutes? I'm going to do a couple Geraldo tests and tell you if it's might be having a relapse here. Hold on.
slow to light me up before I go. If you don't like my fire, then don't come around, 'cause I'm gonna burn one down. Yes, I'm gonna burn one down. Choice is what I choose to do, and if I'm causing no harm, it shouldn't bother you. Your choice is who you choose to be, and if you're causing no harm, then you're alright with me. If you don't like my fire, then don't come around, 'cause I'm gonna burn one down. Yes, I'm gonna burn one down. The gift from the earth, and what's from the earth is of the greatest worth. So before you knock it, try it first. Oh, you'll see it's a blessing and it's not a curse. If you don't like my fire, then don't come around, 'cause I'm gonna burn one down. 'Cause I'm gonna burn one.
Sorry, Pastafarians, we're not quite done with this joint, so if there's coughing, my sincerest apologies. There's this one where Jesus in a parable says that, like, the God is all like, bring my enemies before me, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. Hold on. Bring my enemies. The problem is, well, I'm smoking a joint right now. That's a major problem. The problem is, I have so many pockets that I've got to write it down, like, so many times, that, put it on all my different pockets. My enemies. So, you know, I've got to make up these notes and get them ready. And put it written here and put it written there so that I can check it. So, you know, that's what we have to do right now. We have to do this in order to do this right. Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, we're going to go and we're going to lose and they're going to beat us at the game. Because I've been watching and I've been checking out their game and I've been watching a lot of their videos. So, I'm totally onto them. I think.
Fun.
I hope.
Doing your homework.
I don't know, maybe.
Feel prepared.
No, I feel very, very worried. I feel like I'm underprepared. I think I can't prepare for this. I got to keep writing more questions to ask them. So we got to make tons and tons of questions. But you know, also, it's Equinox, and so that's really nice. Mm-hmm. In fact, one of my notes is Equinox. We can talk about Equinox. I am so embarrassed to have yesterday called it solstice at least three times.
Well, you know, in my brain, they're still interchangeable. I haven't quite straightened them out yet.
Right. So equinox, right? The equi means equal, right? Yes. And the nox means
day, light.
Like with an L, it would be a light. Like lox, maybe would be light, but like N would be a night, right? Okay. Nox, right?
Nox. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, in like Latin-y sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. I think something like that. Solstice, that one comes from sol being the sun, right? That one's harder to derive.
Okay.
So
Sol, but I know Sol meaning sun.
yeah, so that's
okay.
You can get it both ways, but I think Equinox is a little bit easier to get it because of both the sides of it, Equi and the Nox.
Descriptors of the nighttime or the sun time.
Yes.
Depending on
A descriptor of the relationship between the night and the day.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So the solstices are the longests, right?
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The longest night in the winter is the solstice.
And the equinoxes is when they're equal, right?
Okay.
There's two of those. And there's a day solstice and a night solstice, right? There's different kinds of solstices, but the equinox is the same, eh? It's just the beginning one and the end one, right? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of weird. So it's kind of like north, south, east, and west. You know, and you think of north as top and bottom, and west is left and right in a totally different way than north is top and bottom, right? Here's my dog. So you know how you can like go north to a point, and then you can't go north anymore, and then you can go south to a point, and then you can't anymore.
Yeah, because
East and west aren't like that, right?
Yeah, that's true. You're always going west.
You can go west, and then wherever you are, you're like, go west, and you're like, okay. And then wherever you end up, you can go west. Yeah, that's not how north and south work. Isn't that weird?
That is...
Yeah, so I think that's the same way with Equinox and the thing. And in fact, it's because it's based on north and south, right? Because the solstice is when the furthest north you go, right? It's when the sun goes the northest, is the summer solstice.
Oh, you were going to write down time zones. Did you ever write down that as a note?
Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Time zones. I better add it. I better add it just to make sure it's in there, in one of the pockets. And I gotta write it twice because maybe it's got to be in... Oh, shit. Alright, I'll put it right here. Time zones. Ugh, because that's the way... Because they're like... Because, you know, if we're gonna just preach at each other, I'm gonna fucking preach about how stupid this guy is in his brain. Because he doesn't even understand that time zones prove it. And so all you have to know is fucking find any pen pal or... go on a vacation and then call home, right? Like E.T. Hold on. Maybe I'll put this in the other.
That's cute.
Metaphors. Let's talk about those. Oh, no. I've got to retain all these notes. Okay. And I have to have a ton of notes because I'm going to take as much time as they give me. That's the whole point. You win when they listened to you for a minute. I figured it out. Because when we're playing the game of, it's not a debate, but I'm making his audience listen to my shit. Because that's really what he wanted to do. He wanted you guys, my audience, he just wanted me to bring my audience so that he could preach to you. And so that's what he thinks he's taking advantage of me, is that he knows that there's 1,000 of us out here. Almost 1,000. We only need 39 now. That's quite a low number, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so exciting.
Very exciting. But he knows there's 1,000 of you out there listening to me, and that if he can get on our platform, that he can fucking get a crack at your mind. So, you know, first of all, you know, let him. And if he's got really good arguments, point, please, if you would, at his best arguments. I'm just sort of like jumping around. I'm not really sort of on the spot deciding which ones are good or bad. That's for you guys, right? You gotta tell me which ones are good or bad. Anyway. Oh look, Voodoo is here. Hi from Canada. Hi Canada, how's it up there? We're snowy here. Are you
hey,
what part of Canada are you in? You in a snowy part today? It's Equinox. Happy Equinox to you. This is first day of spring if you count it like that, or if you count it another way, it's the middle day of spring, isn't it? We're moving into the warm days. This is when you should start thinking about planting your little baby marijuana plants, right? Getting them seeds cracking. If you live in that part of Canada, which is all of Canada right now? I don't know. I can't keep up with it.
Yeah, it's great, but it keeps changing.
It is great. What a world. What a world. Today we're getting ready for a debate that I'm having with a Christian coming up this Saturday. And I know that they're trying to get me corona. You should see this things that they're doing in the streets. They're shaking everyone's hand. So I think corona might be part of the Christian conspiracy. Oh, ask him on Saturday.
Nice.
And we'll be able to figure it out. Oh shit, I've got to write it down. Oh shit, this fell down.
Here, I'll write it for you.
No.
You're so flustered.
No. It's all right.
It's like a call to be saved.
Let's not worry about writing it down because I think that's bad content. So let's listen. I'll just listen to the video later,
nice.
And then
Hear
we'll...
it twice.
Yeah, then I'll write it down then. So... okay.
Yes,
Close
later.
to Montreal. Oh, okay. My producer is looking that up for me. We'll definitely have it on the thing. I know where Montreal is. It's in the Canada. It's in the south of Canada, if I remember correctly. It's near Quebec, which is near the Great Lakes. Yeah, I knew that. That's cool. That's a cool place to be. So yeah, you're on the other side of the Great Plains, eh? So we're having over here on the west edge of the plains. It's just sort of some nice flaky nonsense coming in. But since the whole world is on lockdown, it can just fucking fall, can't it? It's like we got our Christmas songs in sort of a nice place now instead of the deep dark winter. I don't know why we don't have a Christmas thing here. So you know all of these observances like St. Patrick's Day and you notice these things and they fall around one of these solstices or equinoxes, you know. Cross-quartered, and they celebrate the same thing, which is we're moving from winter to spring. Hooray! Although generally the hooray is we made it through another year, right? Another winter,
Yeah.
we survived, but like we don't really get to focus on that one right now, not 2020, because of like. No, the Reaper is here among us, right? Making his choosements.
There's a new one.
Right.
August. Yeah.
It wasn't
that we're noticing.
It wasn't the starving winter.
Gotten used to the car deaths and the gun deaths and the flu deaths. Here's a new one that we're noticing.
Man, she's so upset. You want to talk about it? It's all right. I think you just did. Yeah. Another dragon to throw the virgins at.
Yeah.
Is that correctly?
The other way. Well, yeah, I guess that works. Yeah.
Yeah. Dragons love to eat virgins. Yeah, they love them.
Another
So
version to
delicious.
throw to the dragon. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's what I said. Maybe I said it backwards. Throw the dragons to the virgins is what I should have said.
Don't worry, you'll hear it later.
Then I'll make a note of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check out this Saturday when I finally read a note about what I actually did say. I'll fucking say it to the fucking... So, I won't be able to live stream this, but my adversary will be able to triple live stream it, if you can believe such a thing.
Yeah, I believe they're playing those games of credit cards and phones and endless data.
At the edge of Canada, just before you fall off our flat Earth, the right limit, be careful, don't slip on the ice. Yeah. No, I think the North Pole is the center, is that right? Is that the hub? Is the North Pole? I don't know, I don't know, we'll see
The point is they all have different opinions.
Yeah. Why don't they say it's a cone? It would make a lot more sense if it's a cone, even.
How so?
Like, even like a dome like this. It can still be stationary, you know, like a semi-dome, right? And that can still be why the sun goes behind the fucking thing. I just don't understand why it's got to be fucking flat and square, four corners. It is like, so maybe that was a saying, and they're like, four corners. It's very bizarre. I mean, unless you really do believe it. My Quebecois is not that good, so we're having translation issues here. If you do believe in the flat Earth, my sincerest apologies for mocking you mercilessly just now. But yeah, so we're getting our notes ready for this debate. I'm really worried about it because they're using these rules that I haven't really used before. I had to do a lot of study on all of these debate tactics. Like, I've been watching all of these YouTubes about it. So I basically have to unlearn everything I've ever learned about street debate. Like, you know, I started my street debate here on the streets of Denver, Annie, when we had one way of doing it, right? Like, in the back alleys, without the recorders on, you know, talking about it. And then this guy's coming out with his fucking triple live streams, being like, Milwaukee rules, bitch, are you ready? And I thought I was. Fuck, was not, though. Got trounced. Got my bum kicked. It's flat because it's easy to imagine for them. Right, and so then what we've got to do is just sort of educate them out of that, right? Like, just so many pieces of it that they just can't imagine that they all come together on a flat Earth. Because time zones, right? How the fuck you explain that shit? Just fucking go over it here with us right in front of everybody. But then again, that's me falling for the trip. And here I have it, right here, time zone, wrote it down.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah, so,
Check.
But if that's
job.
If that's the point, is they're not even listening. They don't even care. They were just trying to distract so that I would ask a question quickly. Sometimes my questions were 4 words. Like, they took a minute. I said 4 words.
Like, oh my god, this guy.
It was such a rube. They were so laughing at us. Like, everyone in the audience was like, oh, hilarious. Does anyone want to tell him? No? Yeah, let's just fucking nail him again right in the fucking nuts. So, you know, metaphorically. Mm-hmm. Not literally. I'm not saying they've harmed me. But I am saying they're trying to harm me and give me corona. So I'm going to have my whole fucking corona-resistant thing on. And I've been in contact with my doctor. And they say that I might have a relapse. It's got something to do with... Look, I've fucking stopped trying to understand this. So let me just clearly say, listen to the medical professionals, right? And don't listen to newscasters or comedians that don't yet confess, or politicians that don't yet confess. I don't fucking know, man. Mm-hmm. Like, they keep telling me new stuff, and it's really hard to keep up with them. But here's who I'm listening to, right? And fucking point at some fucking healthcare professionals. And if that's not what your fucking politician's doing, fuck them. If that's not what your religious person's doing, go fuck them. Go super fuck them. Is like, I don't know. I'm hearing things I've not heard in my life. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand this at all. So fucking... Don't listen to the politicians, they're just going to take advantage of it. Don't listen to the fucking religious people, they're just going to take advantage of you. Listen to the healthcare professionals. And that's me, as your healthcare professional, telling you that. Because unlike other religions, I'm also your healthcare professional.
Well, then you should teach them your home test of how to prove if you got corona or not.
Yeah, the Geraldo test.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, let me drink my non-cherry cola.
Oh, today's non-cherry.
Again. Anyway, my healthcare professional is telling me, but I'm not telling you. You got to talk to your healthcare professional. Because my healthcare professional, I pay a very, very little amount of money. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. But they say to me that I might, because of my blood or something, I had like the least amount, you know, of corona and got over it super fast because of superhero blood type or something. And then they were like, and so, you know, and it's the blood type that all these people are talking about. It's how you can tell who lizards is or something. Like, I don't know, people are really racist about this blood type. And apparently I have it, the superhero blood type. And so we get over it really quick, but we might have relapses because we get over it so quick that maybe we didn't even fully get it, you know? Like, we only like half got it, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, eyes out for that. They say, try not to get it and try not to give it to anyone. So, you know, I'm only going to go out for 2 hours because that's the point. It's not definite whether I can or cannot. So, you know, treat it that I can maybe, but, you know, I have a very important job, which is, you know, talking about viruses. Oh, that's the thing I want to write down, coronavirus. Because they are very insane in their brains about coronavirus, these guys. So I want to preach about it in front of them. Because they're fucking stupid. And I get to. Hold on. So, if I repeated myself, I'm so embarrassed. Because I'm writing it down and I'm trying to talk to you. And I'm like, the talky part of me is unobserved. Because the writing down part of me is the observer when I'm talking, right? Because I'm listening to what I'm saying. And like, don't say anything stupid over the radio. But it's like, who's thinking that? It's like the observer part of me, the part of me that writes shit down. So when he's otherwise occupied and the talky part of me is talking, I'm pretty much unobserved. How embarrassing. So I like to fucking close that situation as soon as possible. Because you shouldn't trust yourself when you're unobserved. That's when you get away with the fucking bullshit, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, and I already have it. Christian conspiracy. Is that in here? I think it is. Let me just write it down. Hold on a minute. No, I'll write it down later. Wait a minute. I'm sorry that I'm so frazzle-dazzled. Just, I keep looking back at it, and I'm so embarrassed about how happy I was. Like, you listen to it the day after, and I was like, I did it, I won. I was so happy. And then I realised they had played me for a fool the whole time. They were all just laughing at me. That really, like, I had to take a day off of streaming. Like, I was trying to stream every day. But the shock and the embarrassment of it was too much. Yeah, with lockdown, right? During lockdown, it's my duty as a content creator, to help America out.
I often have days
to do my job
that I have to take off of due to my embarrassment or my anxiety.
I know. Yeah. Fucking 5 days a week is not very good at giving a shit about that. It's not good at that at all, is it? Just before you start the debate, go to the other guy and whisper in his ear, "You are right, I'm the devil," and then you start, he will go crazy. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that would be... I'm about to lie. Watch how powerful lying is. Yeah, like, I have no idea how to, like, let this guy know when I'm being serious and when I'm not. Like, he is just... I have no idea how to really communicate with this person. Like, to think about the wrestling analogy, or the footsies analogy. We can talk about footsies. But in wrestling, when they're up there and they, like, grab each other, they have a sort of opportunity of to mumble to each other.
Oh, uh-huh.
Cool. So, like...
I saw that in Glow.
Yeah, it's a very, very personal space, and it's relatively unmiked, or it has been, right? And so, you can communicate things pretty quickly with code and stuff, so, the combatants are, like, winking at each other and looking at, like, thinking about what's coming up. And so, as far as me up there trying to communicate to this guy, here's what we're doing, fucking getting on board, like, I don't even think we're playing the same game, Like, I'm trying to fucking communicate to him, this is what we're doing for the audience, here's the sort of story we're trying to sell. And he's, like, sending completely different signals back. So, I don't know if we are going to be able to turn this into a thing where I'm not fooling him, right? So, that's kind of a bummer. But, fuck him. So maybe I will be like, you totally got my number and I'll never confess it in a microphone, but I'm a devil. That would be hilarious. It would be so much fun. Because, no, prove I said it. Oh, man. Because I can be doing I can claim to have been doing any sort of lesson with it, right? Because I asked him if you can make your mum cry, and he's like, yeah, if you're teaching a perfect lesson. So now all I have to do is be like, I punched you in your throat to teach you a perfect lesson. I lied to you about being the devil because I had a perfect lesson that I wanted to teach you, and you told me that was perfect, and you told me that you totally wanted me to do that. So, when they write these they don't understand infinity, I think, is the problem. We really need to talk about it. And it comes from the Pascal's wager as well. Oh, let me write this down, because I want to preach about Pascal's wager. Uh-oh, did I hear a gling? Does that mean that the NSA is fucking glinging us?
Oh, better go check.
Alright, hold on. Pascal's wager. I'm going to just why don't we listen to these 5 minutes, and then we can make sure the NSA isn't fucking with us.
So long ago, I don't remember when. That's when this this place is old. It feels just like a beat up truck. I turn the engine, but the engine doesn't turn. What smells of cheap wine, cigarettes? This place is always such a mess. Sometimes I think I'd like to watch it burn. I was alone, and I feel just like somebody else. Man, I ain't changed, but I know I ain't the same. But somewhere here in between these city walls of dying dreams, I think of death, it must be killing me. Come on, try a little. Nothing is forever. There's got to be something better than in the middle. Me and Cinderella, we'll put it all together. We can drive it home with one
So that was the Wallflowers, Bringing Down the Horse, from the 90s. I don't know if you remember the 90s, but they were a time, man. Quite a time and place.
Agreed.
Voodoo continues. Thank you for chilling with us, Voodoo, today. Hopefully you're on lockdown like the rest of us. Hopefully you have the luxury of complying with the good advice to lock yourself down, not self isolate, but social distancing, and fuck off non-essentials for a while. Mm-hmm. And so, unfortunately, I can't. I have to twofold. Right, I'm a preacher, so I got to go out and preach on Saturday, maybe tomorrow, Friday, and also I'm helping the morale and the spirits. I'm a content creator, so I've got a double sort of duty. I've got a double duty today that I've got to discharge. So help me out with my double duty. Sorry. My apologies.
Sitting in that one.
Yeah, I just sat there because of that. I was enjoying the double duty there. Pardon me. So let's do the Corona test and see if I've got some sort of signs of it. Hold on a minute. I don't want to relapse. I think that was 10. I think I counted to 10 in my head really quick. To win, says Voodoo One, you have to rethink the way you think. Man, I was watching some kung fu movies the other day, and I really think you're right. I think we're onto something here. You have to rethink the way you think. You have to be at his level of thinking. You can't speak like a rational man or use logic. Quite a good point. And when you read that message, I'm sure you all have the same reaction. Your mind just immediately recoils and thinks that surely it's not even possible to do the thing that we're being asked of. And not only that, a lot of us think there's part of my programming that advises me not to. There is a message out there that says when they go low, we go high, right? And so that is in contrast to what we must do, which of course is what you're describing here, is to sink to their level, because they're daring us to knowing that we can't, right? And they're you're not going to believe that the Bible's true until you submit to it, right? And it's well, you can't submit to it if it hasn't met its burden of proof. And they're no, just sink to my level and get over it, and then you'll know how magical it is. And you're all right, we got to figure out a way to sink to their level, right? And so, yeah, hopefully I'm going to watch a lot more Kung Fu ones. The really great one I have about the samurai, the Bushido way, is this one with Tom Cruise, where Tom Cruise went to Japan and finally taught them what Bushido means. You know, they were working on it for so long.
Oh God!
And then Tom Cruise came and they finally perfected it. And we're like, well, I guess we're done, and then retired it because they were perfect samurais. And so,
white Hollywood.
Yeah,
of course.
And and the white character in it never died and walked off into legend. Oh my god, this movie was terrible. But fucking Ken Watanabe was amazing in it. It was very, very good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anytime he was on the screen, I was like, thank you.
Absolutely, it was great.
I am enjoying myself.
And also the fucking ass kicking in the rain was quite good. Like, the middle act has great moments in it, and the fucking last act is garbage. The middle act has some just full trash in it. It's just trash that he's living in the house of the man he killed. Yeah. It's just fully garbage. And we have to... no use trying to escape. The snow will stop you. And he's like, oh, okay. It's like, you never had to
I know, his voiceover is, I can't escape. Yeah, as this old man shepherds,
right.
You know?
And then, to top it all off, to make fucking add insult to injury, it just is obviously Dancing with Wolves, isn't it? Yes. Like, it's just, so insulting to be like... This is the way that I can help you people understand a new culture. So I just fucking mad-libbed this one into this other one. And I go, fuck yourself. And in fact, you didn't even do it very well. Because the first act of it is all about the fucking Native Americans. About how he was the fucking guy from that. This is practically a sequel to it. It's fucking stupid.
They just couldn't get Kevin Costner.
They sure got his haircut though, didn't they? Lol, lol, lol. Yeah, so fuck you, The Last Samurai.
But really enjoyed. What was his name? You said it.
Ken Watanabe, if I'm remembering it. I looked him up. That's cool. He turns out to be... he hangs out with Christopher Nolan. And was also in... something else where he was amazing.
Yeah. What was that?
The Letters from Iwo Jima. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay. It's very, very good. It's during
he's in Crouching Tiger, right?
No, that's Chow Yun-fat.
Oh, okay.
He's very good as well. Just very good.
Man, you said that what he was in the other day, and I was like, oh, of course.
Oh, Inception. He's and he's also in the Batman Begins movie. Just a couple years after the movie we watched. He's in the Batman Begins. You know Ra's al Ghul?
No.
Okay. You know Liam Neeson in Batman Begins?
I don't think I can remember that movie at all.
Alright. He goes...
But Inception I've seen recently, so I can...
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
The guy that hires them.
And the guy, he's shot during it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poor thing, coughing blood over and over.
Yeah.
And then, half the time, why am I coughing blood? And everyone's like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know that you're shot. How does he not know you're shot? Everybody else knows everything. Yeah. I don't know. There's a couple things in that I'm like, no. And so I know the whole thing's a dream. Because that thing where when you go from a dream into another dream, time fucking dilates is bullshit. And so the fucking they don't question it in his reality, and that's proof it's a dream because you just accept sort of stupid shit. Mm-hmm. Time dilation cannot be squared. That's ridiculous to think. So yeah, that. So as the question is Inception in reality, or is it one layer in? It's definitely not reality.
Yeah.
That's not how time works when you nest dreams. And anyone who would think that is obviously a dream person. So
I stuck in a dream.
There you go.
Yeah. It's proof. I
just finished today's cola at 3:53. Oh shit, that means it's going to be 4:20 here in 27 minutes. Hey, speaking of 27 minutes, we only need 39 more subscribers to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then we'll get that fucking YouTube subscriber money. Very
39?
excited.
Didn't you just say 49 the other day? Man.
I said 43 the other day, I know that.
Okay.
It was 49 the other day, like it was over 50, a while ago, not too long ago. So yeah, we're very excited.
Well, let's do something fun, like a Discord channel, or show our faces, or...
You want to show your faces?
Yeah.
Oh man, you want me to dare you to show your face for 1,000?
Yeah,
Is that what you want?
on camera.
Is that the celebration? Is that the way you want to celebrate? Is you want someone to dare you? Do we have to get you drunk first and pretend that we're like daring you to do something you don't want to do? Because you came up with it all. Do we have to pretend like you don't want to? Because a lot of people like that when
They do. They definitely do. They like.
If you're into that, that's cool. It's just cost extra.
I'm gonna pretend I don't.
That's right. Because seriously, I will organize every single one of the surprise parties that I want. Right? I will do it. Right? And then you're like, but it won't work, and you're like, it will, because I'll tell myself now forget, and then I'll pretend I do.
Right.
And that's exactly how I want all my surprise parties to be, because I can make sure it's great, right? So yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's, maybe that's not right. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the whole thing. I don't know. Anyway, again, happy Equinox. What a day.
Yeah.
Mice on a fucking clock. And so,
Happy day before Friday.
Yes, also tomorrow's Friday. I'll be here talking Friday shit tomorrow. And preparing. Look. I've got a stack here of papers, but this is not going to be enough. Like, we might just go and go and go and go. I might get, each one of these might be like a point that I get, and this is going to be great.
Super duper.
Superty duper. Anyway, I'm out of here. I gotta go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because the corona's coming back, relapsing.
I think so. I think I'm having a corona relapse. I'm so tired.
I'm gonna sleep for hours. Here, let me feel your forehead.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah. Mildly warm. It's the first step. Because then you get warmer.
I think I can get to about 8 or 9 seconds before the coughing starts. So, maybe gotta check for relapses. But I think they're trying to get me sick, so I don't think I do have it. I don't know, it's part of the Christian conspiracy. I'm going to ask them about it, because they walk around being like, I can't get it, ha ha ha. It's like, because you already have the Christian antivirus, because you made it all up. Bastards.
You're making your fantasy story come true.
That's
you
right.
Planted the virus.
Because they're a conspiracy here, I have it written down, of irresponsibility. A conspiracy for irresponsibility. So I'm going to be talking to them about that. Anyway, I've got your number, Joe. Or John. I don't even know who he is. Anyway, tune in Saturday, but not to my channel, to their channel. Their 3 channels, while they fucking flay me alive or whatever. And check out tomorrow for Friday. Oh, but I'll post it. So I don't know if they're going to be able to get my voice right, because maybe they'll be like, no mic for you this time, because maybe the rules are bring your own mic. So who knows? They can make up whatever rule they want. So I'll definitely get my voice. So maybe they'll overtalk me there, so you can't hear me, because they try to pretend that that's my game, but when it's really their game. Anyway.
Right.
I don't want to sound too crazy or anything like that, but
Too late.
No. It's gonna be fine. Just check us out tomorrow, and the next day, and then the next day.
Stay safe and comfortable.
Stay safe and comfortable, and a happy Equinox.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna win this one. Maybe not. I don't know. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, Pastafarians.
Yes, I understand that every life must end. As we sit alone, I know someday we must go on. I'm a lucky man to count on both hands the ones I love. Some folks just have one, yeah, others they got none. Stay with me, oh, let's just breathe. Practiced on my sins, never gonna let me win.